Summary of Raymond's Run by Toni Cade Bambara. Squeaky isn't expected to do much around the house, but she is in charge of taking care of her disabled brother Raymond. In their Harlem neighborhood, Raymond is often made fun of, but Squeaky is always there to defend him. She is not afraid to fight back, and she can easily leave if things get too hot. In fact, Squeaky wins all of the races she runs. Gretchen has been telling everyone that she will beat Squeaky in the May Day race this year, but Squeaky thinks this is silly. Raymond usually goes with Squeaky when he walks around the neighborhood to train for races and do breathing exercises. Raymond often makes a scene in public, which makes neighbors mad, and Squeaky has to say sorry to them. He doesn't bother Squeaky as long as he doesn't get in the way of her training. Cynthia, Squeaky's friend, acts like she's naturally good at schoolwork, spelling, and the piano instead of admitting that she practices, but Squeaky is open about her desire to improve her running. At the moment, Squeaky works on her breathing as she walks with Raymond up Broadway. Suddenly, she sees Gretchen coming along with her helpers Mary Louise and Rosie. After starting to hang out with Gretchen, Mary Louise stopped being nice to Squeaky and became mean. Rosie is especially mean to Raymond, which Squeaky finds funny since Rosie is fat and not smart. Rosie and Mary Louise start to make fun of Squeaky and Raymond as Squeaky stands up to them, and the girls back off and walk away. Gretchen smiles in a fake way. Squeaky and Raymond get to the park late because the races are the last event of the day at the May Day party for the neighborhood. People come from all over to see the maypole dance, which Squeaky's mother always wants her to do even though Squeaky doesn't want to dress up as a fairy or dance. When Squeaky had to dress up as a strawberry and dance for a school play, she felt silly. Squeaky only wants to be herself, a poor black girl who loves running, even though this made her parents proud. While Raymond is sitting in the swing, Squeaky gets her lucky race number 7. The runner's numbers are stuck on by a teacher named Mr. Pearson. He hurts Squeaky a lot when he says she should lose the race on purpose so that other girls, especially Gretchen, can have a chance. As Squeaky walks away from Mr. Pearson, she lies down in the grass by the track and wishes she was back in the country with her family. The 50-yard dash starts, and Squeaky and Gretchen are at the front of the line. Squeaky sees Raymond squatting on the other side of the fence and imitating the runners, but she doesn't want to yell at him because it would make her too tired. Squeaky instead starts to daydream, as she always does before a race. She imagines herself flying over a beach without any weight on her and smelling the apples from the garden near her old house. When the gun goes off, Squeaky wakes up from her dream and starts to run. She blocks out her surroundings and tells herself she can win. Even stranger is the fact that Raymond is running with them on the other side of the fence, which makes Squeaky even more shocked. She almost stops to watch his first run. After Squeaky wins the race, she sees that Gretchen also missed the finish line and hears the race announcer's speakers cut off after in first place. She doesn't know who really won. Squeaky thinks that Gretchen likes her a little after seeing how she is controlling her breathing as she cools down. While Mr. Pearson and the race judges fight about the stopwatch times, Raymond shakes the fence to get Squeaky's attention, then climbs it with style and runs over to her. Raymond must be a great runner because he always keeps up with Squeaky when she practices, and he even does her breathing routines. Squeaky doesn't care about the race results anymore. She really wants to stop running and become a teacher instead. She thinks that if she really tried, she could beat Cynthia at the spelling bee or learn to play the piano really well. She sees that she has a room full of medals and awards, but Raymond doesn't have anything to call his own. As Raymond walks up, Squeaky jumps around with joy over her new plans. But everyone else thinks she's just responding to the race results, which show that she won and Gretchen came in a close second. Squeaky smiles and looks at Gretchen. He thinks Gretchen is a good runner and might even be able to help train Raymond. Gretchen smiles and nods to help Squeaky feel good about himself. Since girls are usually busy trying to be fairies, strawberries, or something else other than people who deserve respect, Squeaky thinks that this is the most real smile that two girls could share.
About the author. Toni Cade Bambara grew up in Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, and New Jersey. Her real name is Miltona Merkin Cade. When she was 6 years old, she changed her name to Toni. Then, in 1970, she added the word Bambara, which comes from a West African group, after finding it in her great-grandmother's sketchbook. Bambara got her BA at Queens College. In 1959, she studied theater arts and English literature. The dance club of Queens College was where Bambara got to share his love of jazz. The next year, she got her master's from the City College of New York. Bambara taught English, Afro-American studies, and film script writing at many universities and colleges, including her alma mater City College, from 1965 to the 1980s. She also worked in university outreach projects. She also taught at the Library of Congress and the Smithsonian Institution and was an artist in residence at several colleges. In the 1960s, Bambara was involved in the Black arts movement and Black feminism. She put together several collections of writings by Black authors and, in 1972, published the short story collection Gorilla My Love, which includes Raymond's Run. In the 1970s, Bambara published several more collections of short stories. In 1980, she published her book The Salt Eaters. After that, she focused on making movies and TV shows. As a whole, her body of work is very political and speaks out against the unfair treatment of African Americans. She died in 1995. After she died, her book These Bones Are Not My Children came out in 1999.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.